Tom, thanks for your time. A devastating blow for Mandelson, another political blow, a heavy blow for the Prime Minister.
Yeah, I think that, like you say, this looks to be the final crisis, the nail in the coffin for Peter Mandelson. I think it is obviously important when talking about Mandelson to recognise that he has been a figure who has been attracted to repeated scandals and crises. So, you could say this was expected. And then in turn, that reflects quite badly on Keir Starmer. There are lots of questions about Starmer's judgment at the moment. These questions have been long-standing. We recently saw Starmer's Chief of Staff, Morgan McSweeney, take the fall for Starmer, but really, who does the buck stop with in this instance? Starmer is the one who makes the decision, and this really reaps the pressure on top of him more.
Yeah, indeed. It's intense, isn't it? Let's turn our attention to the intervention by Prime Minister Albanese, writing to Keir Starmer, saying that Australia supports the removal of Andrew from the line of succession. The position's not a surprise. Mr Albanese wants to lead the charge, though, quite clearly on this one.
Yeah, I think it's going to be this process, if it does play out like that, will be very long. The British government have said they want to wait until the police have concluded their investigation into Andrew, and we don't know how long this will take. I think, as you might have heard, that misconduct in public office is quite a hard thing to prove. The police have to go through 4 steps. And so we don't know how that process will play out. And then there are also questions of parliamentary procedure. So at the moment in British Parliament, it's against parliamentary procedure as laid out in a manual. It's forbidden to talk about the conduct of the monarch or anyone who is in the line of succession or part of the royal family. Now, Andrew has been stripped of his title, and the House of Commons will hold a debate on Andrew today, but parliamentarians won't be allowed to discuss wider members of the royal family. And I think for a lot of people, there are questions about the institution itself. How much did people in the institution know? Was Andrew enabled, or was there a blind eye towards his actions? These are all questions that we need to consider, but parliamentarians won't be able to broach them today in the debate.
And all of this is happening and sort of reverberating, really, in a political class that is facing upheaval with the surge towards Nigel Farage, Tom.
Well, like you said, this is a crisis for the British establishment. There are significant problems. With Mandelson, for instance, people have known about the problems with Mandelson. You had Jackie Smith in the clip before, who said as soon as Starmer found out about Mandelson's connections with Epstein, he acted decisively. That's just not the case. Anyone with access to the internet would have been able to see that Mandelson was extremely close to Epstein, and that appointing him as the US ambassador was a massive risk. This does undermine the British establishment and is a gift to insurgent parties on the right and left. Reform and the Greens will look to further articulate their challenge of the establishment. I think it's possibly more complicated for Reform. They are a monarchist party, so it would be very hard for them to launch a critique of the monarchy. It would be easier for the Republican Green Party. So it will be interesting to see how someone like Farage plays this. I think, particularly for the Labour Party, we have a by-election coming up soon, and that is going to be an important moment for Starmer and a point where we can really see how annoyed sections of the public are with the Labour government.
Tom Howe from Monash and Warwick University, thank you so much. Appreciate it. We'll talk to you soon.